morning everyone. I welcome you all in CEC Gurukul online lecture. Learners, today is 28th February and this day is celebrated all over the India as a National Science Day. My warm wishes on the occasion of National Science Day to everyone. Science has contributed a great deal to human welfare. Science, technology and knowledge are important in modern contemporary society. Science generates solutions for everyday life and it helps us save time and earn money also. Science helps us live a better life. The occasion of this day, that is National Science Day, that is 28th February, it reminds us all the way science has contributed towards our life. Wishing a very happy National Science Day once again. Let's talk about the motto, objective and theme of this day. Science, I'll start this talk with a famous quote given by Louis Pasteur, and he was the father of immunology who discovered microbes which were responsible for souring alcohol. Science knows no country because knowledge belongs to humanity and it is the torch which illuminates the world. Science and technology play a major role in making human lives better and comfortable. Starting from the usage of modern technology in agriculture to robotics, human made everything possible now with the help of science. For this reason, science is respected in every corner of the world because the science affects all of us whether we know it or not. Science is valued by society because the application of scientific knowledge which help us to satisfy many basic human needs and improve living standards. In 1986, the National Council for Science and Technology asked the Government of India to designate February 28 as National Science Day. Since 1987, the event is now celebrated, or this day is celebrated all over the country in schools, colleges, universities and research institutes. National Science Day is celebrated because of the discovery of Raman effect by the great Indian physicist Sir Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman in the year 1928. So on your screen you can see the figure of great scientist, great Indian physicist Sir C.V. Raman. For his contribution in the field of science, and Sir C.V. Raman was awarded with the Nobel Prize in Physics in the year 1930. He was also awarded the Bharat Ratna in 1954 for his contribution in the field of science. Learners, the Raman effects involve the scattering of light by the molecules of gases, liquids and solids. It is the change in the wavelength of light that occurs when a light beam is deflected by molecules. So on your screen you can see the Raman effect, which was invented by great Indian scientist, great Indian physicist Sir C.V. Raman. So here you can see the dispersion of light through a prism takes place, and the light dispersed into component of colors, that is a spectrum. Now, what is the objectives of National Science Day? The objective is to spread a message about the significance of scientific applications in the daily life of people, to display activities, efforts and achievements in the field of science and human welfare, and also to discuss all issues and implement new technologies for the development of science, and to give an opportunity to the scientific minded citizens of our country. Also, it is celebrated to encourage people and popularize science and technology. Here, because the science not only necessary for humanity to thrive socially, environmentally and economically in both the short and long term, but it is also best tool available to satisfy the fundamental human thirst for knowledge. What is the theme of National Science Day? The theme of celebrations of National Science Day is different every year, and the themes are meant to acknowledge the efforts of ordinary people, students, employees, public leaders and representatives from scientific leaders. These are the different themes you can see on your screen. The themes like 1999, the theme was Our Changing Earth. Similarly, in 2002, the theme was Wealth from Waste. So every year, the themes for the celebration of National Science Day is different. On your screen, you can see all the themes. Similarly, in 2016, the themes was scientific issues for development of nations. And then like in 2020, the theme was Women in Science. And because this theme was Women in Science in 2020 was to recognize the contributions of women in science, as the world needs science and science needs women. Despite of remarkable discoveries, women still represent just 33.3% of researchers globally. And theme of 2021 was the day on 2021 was celebrated with the theme Future of STI, Science, Technology and Innovation, Impacts on Education, Skills and Work. This theme was chosen to acknowledge that science should have a positive impact on education and learners should be more engaged in science and education. Today, that is 28th February. So the today theme for celebrating National Science Day is Integrated Approach in Science and Technology for Sustainable Future. So this is the day, this is the theme of today, that is Integrated Approach in Science and Technology for Sustainable Future. The theme has been chosen for the purpose of raising public appreciation of scientific issues involved. The theme notes that celebrations of important scientific discoveries and innovations should not remain a day event, and there is a need to build upon this on regular basis. So the theme also reflects that the era of working in silos is over and all should join hands for integrated theme-based projects for sustainable future. India has always been on the forefront when it comes to build a sustainable future, together with tackling climate actions, and this was witnessed during COP26 event in Glasgow, where our Honorable Prime Minister pledged to achieve net zero emissions by 2070 and committed to increase non-fossil fuel energy capacity to 500 gigawatts, meet 50% of its energy requirement from renewable energy, and reduce carbon emissions by 1 billion tons and bring down the economy's carbon intensity below 40%, all by 2030. So the integrated approach in science and technology is very much important to achieve these targets. Now, how do we celebrate the National Science Day? Students from various schools and colleges present different projects. National and state science institutions present their recent research findings, and also public speeches, radio and TV discussions, and also different shows which is based on the science also displays, scientific movie exhibitions, and also scientific exhibitions which is based on themes and concepts takes place, observations, live projects and research demonstrations, debates, quiz contests, lectures, model displays, live model displays, and many other events are all part of celebration all over the country. And on this day, different awards given, and Department of Science and Technology, that is the DST, is the nodal agency to support and catalyze, also coordinate celebrations of the National Science Day throughout the country. Similarly, the DST National Awards are for science popularization to encourage and recognize outstanding efforts in the area of science and technology. Communications are presented every year on National Science Day along with the Women Excellence Award by the Science and Engineering Research Board, that is a SERB, a statutory body of the Department of Science and Technology, supporting basic research in frontier areas of science and engineering. And also the different awards along with the National Science Popularization Awards, national awards in other categories are also given on the National Science Day or on this day. Some of them are as follows: National S&T Communication Awards, Augmenting Writing Skill for Articulating Research Awards for outstanding work in science, media and journalism, SERB Women Excellence Award, Rajendra Prabhu Memorial Appreciation Shields. Along with that awards, all the awards givings by DST and SERBs and Government of India on this day, on National Science Day. According to Ministry of Science and Technology, integrated of science has 4 pillars. First, coming together of all science ministries and departments to work on the theme-based approach of problem solving, extended science integration aligned with technical, engineering and medical institutes, extra science integration that is aligned with line ministries or departments of central governments, extended science driven approach involving industries and startups leading to sustainable future. Scientific information can drive meaningful improvements in people's health and plays a crucial role to protect the public from COVID-19. Science is so amazing. Scientific knowledge allows us to develop new technologies, solve practical problems, and make informed decisions. Science can explain everything in the physical words. Science and technology has always been the most powerful weapon by mankind to combat epidemics like the epidemics which we are facing now, that is COVID-19. New technologies such as big data, artificial intelligence and 5G technology have and will be widely used in this epidemic. The contribution of science is huge in Atmanirbhar Bharat or Self-Reliant India mission. And science and technology is key to achieve this movement of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi hails the efforts of our Indian scientists for developing Made in India COVID vaccine in just 1 year, advising youths of the country to read about Indian scientists, and he lauded the huge contribution of science towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. We need to take science forward with the mantra of lab to land, he said. Our scientists, our researchers have been playing a key role not only in combating COVID-19 but also in space research, drugs, white revolutions. In the year since the country's vaccination drive began, our 90% of population have received the first dose and 60% have received the second dose. Science can help to create sustainable world. United Nations also supports the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. 2030 Agenda is transformative and it requires a multidisciplinary approach to develop the sustainable goal and targets while ensuring policy coherence across the different inventions. And in 2030 agenda there are different agendas, that is no poverty, clear water and sanitation, reduced inequalities, climate change, and life below water, life on land. And these 2030 agendas can only achieved by the science, by the inventions, by the discoveries, by the new discoveries. India is positioned as one of the top nations in the field of space science. India provides very high number of scientists and engineers. The growth of STEM education has picked up significantly over the past few years. Our Prime Minister has set up a goal of mankind, India a 5 trillion economy by 2024 to 2025. India has an opportunity to combine its existing expertise in different areas of mega science projects with intellectual property that rests in premier labs around the world to intensify the contribution of each field to the country's economy dream. Also, India belongs to the select group of countries that have developed indigenous nuclear technology, capacity to launch a GSLV satellites. As a teacher, as a researcher, scientist, and as a student, and also as a citizen of this country, it is our responsibility on this National Science Day to honor the great man and his invention by contributing greatly to the field of science through innovation. I wish all the science enthusiasts very best to enhance scientific zeal. I will conclude my talk by remembering Stephen Hawking's words, one of the most brilliant theoretical physicists in the history. And these words are, science is not only a discipline of reason but also one of romance and passion. Thanks.